Good morning, everybody. I'm running a few minutes behind. Sorry. I just thought this morning I would talk about a couple of things. First, I have a couple of announcements to make, and so we're pretty excited about those things. And then I also wanted to just offer you some encouragement. I'm seeing an awful lot of discouraged moms, and it tends to happen at the beginning of sort of going back to school and getting everything settled. And what I want to say to that is take a deep breath and remember why you do this. And remember that just because everybody else starts school this week doesn't mean you have to. I understand if you're part of a charter or, you're eager to get all of your days in because you're counting for the state, that you might be under some different pressures. But I'm also thinking, really, just relax. Just relax. There's just so much. There's so much that you could be enjoying that you're cutting yourself off from if you're walking around being overwhelmed and you're walking around being frustrated. So set your date, your start date. And for us, we set it, so every year I say, oh, well, we'll probably start a little bit earlier this year. And it always ends up being about the second or third week in September. And it's okay. It's totally okay. So in the state of California, I'm supposed to count days. And I just take those days from some of the extra holidays. We don't take all of the state holidays. We don't take all of the time at Christmas. We take a lot of time at Christmas, but not all of the time. And I count some of those days. We don't take all of the stuff at Easter break. So we definitely get in our 180 days, even by waiting, and just slow down. Don't stress so much about it. And if you're feeling yourself getting really frantic and overwhelmed, just take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. Go ground yourself. Stand out in the grass. Go to the park with your kids. Do something enjoyable to sort of bring yourself out of that stressed out place, because it's really not worth it. And when you try to do your planning from an overwhelmed place, you don't get very far. So, try to be in a good place for your planning. I'm still working on some planning. I've got Eleanor's politics and American government 10th grade block that I'm working on, and coinciding that with Samuel's California history block, and trying to get all of those things lined up so that we can get all of those things in a trip that we're taking in October. So but I'm not frantic about it. I'm excited about it. I'm having fun with it. I've been wanting to teach California history, gosh, for a long time, and I finally have a fourth grader, and we live in California. And so, find things about the curriculum to excite you, and just, if you're feeling yourself getting stressed out, just remind yourself these words: overwhelm is a waste of your time. So, and we have a whole podcast on that. So if you haven't listened to the podcast, it's at waldorfessentials.com under free resources. And there's a whole bunch of audios there. And one of them is about overwhelm and burnout, and how being overwhelmed is just a waste of your time. And when you allow yourself to sort of succumb to that energy, you just get more of that energy. So you've got to get out of that energy stream and into the stream of, I'm good at this. I'm confident, even if I'm brand new. Because guess what? Even if you're not 100% sure that you're doing everything right with Waldorf, you're still a mom. You still feed these guys every day. You still do their laundry. You're still confident in those things. So build on that confidence and just go, all right, well, this is just something else. Maybe you live alternatively, or you breastfed longer than most people thought you should, or you cloth diapered. All of those things took confidence that you had to build up. And this is the same. So just take a deep breath, take that time, and build up that confidence, and don't be so stressed out about it. And if you need a little kick in the bum, send me a message. I'm happy to help you. A dear friend of mine, she's doing some work for us, and she sends me this message last night. She's like, I just don't know what I'm going to do with him. I really want to send him to school, and everybody thinks I should homeschool him, and I'm just really realizing that I'm just really mad at him right now. And it really helped her when because I said, this age is hard, because her son is just 10, and Sam is just 10. And even though Sam is my easiest 9-year change, he can still be a complete ass. And that's what I told her. I said, he is the sweetest child and I love him and he's got the softest heart and he's amazing. But man, sometimes I go, Samuel, it's a good thing you're so good. Because my others, my big boys, they were not so easy during the 9-year change. And there were lots of moments like that. And so if you can just take a deep breath and go, gosh, everybody has these moments. Everybody struggles with their kids. But remember, like, sort of the big picture of what you're doing and why you're doing it. That helps tremendously. So keep that in mind as you're finishing up your planning. And put your start date at a date that's comfortable. Not at, oh no, I have to start because everybody's starting and the kids next door are starting. And what am I going to tell my mom if I'm not starting right now? And my husband, he's going to think we're crazy. You just need to say, I got this. We're starting on X day. And if it's your partner that's pressuring you, then you need to say, I need you to take these kids so I can finish my planning and I can get myself in a good headspace. Or your mother, hey, you want to babysit some kids for a few days so that I can finish my planning so that we can get started on X day? So, ask for help and be assertive in that way. And also just take a deep breath and just relax a little bit. So I'm hoping that helps you, anybody that's sort of struggling with that. And again, just drop me a note, drop me an email. Put a post on one of the bigger Waldorf homeschooling groups. Hey, Melissa said that I should come here and get some support. I'm really struggling. And then here's what I'm going to tell you too. Stop wallowing in struggling. That is really bad energy. It's just not worth the struggling energy. You really want good energy coming to you. You want to think about positive things. You want to think about how amazing this is going to be, why you made this choice, what you really vision for your children. You want to think about those things. Don't stay in that energy. Don't stay in and don't complain all over the internet. It's okay to be frustrated and it's okay to reach out and need help, but don't walk around spreading that struggle, frustrated energy. It's easy to just say, and better to just say, hey ladies, I need some support. That is better than laying it all out there and talking about how hard it is, because it's really, at the end of the day, you have to step back and go, wait a minute. This is a little bit hard and it is a little bit challenging to me, but I can do this because guess what? I picked it. I chose it. I chose to homeschool, chose to be at home with these kids. I picked it for a reason. And when I remember my reason, when I remember the wonderful things that come from what I picked, then it's a lot easier for me to go, oh, I'm frustrated, but I know I picked this. So I'm going to wrestle that part to the ground and remember that I picked this and move on from here and try to find yourself in a better light. Excuse me. Sorry. Itchy. So, that's it for my little tidbit on encouraging. I hope that's helpful to you. I hope that honestly you can take that and remember that you are this amazing person and these children picked you and you made some awesome choices for them. And so because you made those choices, here you are. It's time to put your nose to the grindstone. It's time to get really going. It's time to really decide, hey, this is what we're doing, and make sure that you're well planned. And if you don't feel well planned and you think you're going to start on Monday, next Monday, then I would, or today, and you're not planned, then I would step back and go, oh, it's probably not a good time to start, and give yourself a few days. So that's what I would suggest. Get some help if you need help. Okay, announcement time. Okay, a few things. First, job opening. I am in need of a graphic designer / branding person that can help us bring together Waldorf Essentials and Parents Who Thrive, and do it in a way that's cohesive and that can help us with logos, banners, all of that. So if you have that talent, please send me at waldorfessentials@gmail.com, not on Facebook, waldorfessentials@gmail.com. Some bits of your portfolio, some things that would be convincing to me to hire you, and your rates. That would be amazing if you could send that to me. I am hoping to have somebody in place within the next 2 weeks, and to get busy on some bigger jobs that we have going. So if you have that talent, please send me, again, waldorfessentials@gmail.com. So that's announcement 1. Announcement 2, since closing the enrollment for Lifetime, I have got an amazing amount of people on the Lifetime waiting list. And so, for one day only, on Thursday, we are going to open Lifetime enrollment for one day. We have a lot of people that were like, wait a minute, I wasn't ready. And so I want you to be ready. So we're going to open it for one more day. On Thursday, and I don't have my calendar in front of me, so, wait, yes I do. So crazy. Yes, I do. It's right here. Thursday is the 25th of August. So if you're watching this after that, then I'm sorry. But Thursday, the 25th, is the last day. We're going to open it up. It will be open probably from midnight on the 24th, or from the time I go to bed on the 24th, until I get up in the morning on the 26th. So if you know people that want our Lifetime membership and haven't gotten it yet, if you're one of those people, that's your day. So it will be, ready? $400 if you pay up all up front for the Lifetime membership, which is almost $200 off. And then we will have some payment plans, but they will not be for $400. So, and I will lay all of that out. If you are on our mailing list, then you'll get an email about that probably today, and another email about it Wednesday to remind you. If you are following us on Facebook at Waldorf Essentials with Melissa Nielsen, there will be plenty of things there. If you are a member of one of our groups that we help admin in, then you'll see information about it there. So I think that covers all of my bases. So again, one day, Thursday, August 25th. And then it's going to be closed probably for several months. And we'll only be pulling from our waiting list at that point. So, and we will open it here and there occasionally when we see that the waiting list is kind of bulging. But this is something that we feel really strongly about, because it's allowing us to sort of step back and focus a little bit more on what we want to bring to our Lifetime members, and that's a lot of great, awesome stuff. So you want to be a Lifetime member, and in this sort of will allow us to do that with a little more focus and concentration. So people said, why are you doing that? That's why. Also, okay, let's see, that was 2 announcements. Third announcement, so if you are still really struggling with your planning, I'm going to do a little boot camp this week, and it will be, I've got my calendar in front of me, it will likely be Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and maybe into Saturday. So I will make an announcement about that today. Again, if you are on our email list, and if you're not, just hop over to our website. There's a sign up right on the right-hand side. If you are desktop, if you're mobile, it's at the bottom. And so what we'll be doing is sending out information about the boot camp. If you are a Lifetime member, actually, if you're a Thinking, Feeling, Willing member at all, it's free. It's included in your membership. If you're not, it will just be $5. Planning boot camp that we already have that's for free on our site, and it will just be, I'll be running it live, so be able to give you tips and everything. So I think that's our 3 announcements. One just came to me. If you missed our grade 8 and grade 10 video planning last week, then those are up on YouTube, and the links for those are in the thread, or in the profile at Waldorf Essentials with Melissa Nielsen. Sorry, I'm a little trying to get all the way awake this morning. It was a hard night. So anyways, that's it for today. I hope you have a wonderful Monday and a wonderful week. If you're starting this week, you feel really confident today, awesome. Have a great week and enjoy your kids. And remember every day while you're doing this, and give them some extra hugs, because I find that when I am really struggling with my kids, it's usually that I'm struggling with myself. There's something going on with me. And in me asking or giving extra hugs, can I please give you a hug? helps so much. It helps me, it helps them. They're like, it's super helpful. And so if you're sort of stuck in that place of, stop, take a deep breath, and go give some hugs because it really helps. I mean, those weird people that are always handing out free hugs, there's something to that. So give it out as many free hugs as you can to your children this week and definitely your partner. Oh, and one last thing. So in our Parents Who Thrive group on Friday, we were doing our call for them, and it was mentioned, we were talking about ways to curb Facebook use, ways to curb use of our phones in general. And so there's a program for, they've got them for both. There's one for Mac or Apple, and there's one for Android. So the one for Apple is called Moment, and I've downloaded the one for Android on my phone, and I cannot remember the name of it. But I think if you look at Moment in the Google Play Store, it'll probably bring up this program. And what it does is it tracks your usage. It tracks like every dang time you turn on your phone and you open it up, and how many hours you spent on it. It tracks what apps you spend the time on. And so I thought, for me, I just wanted to know. I just wanted to sort of have an idea. I thought I had an idea, and I was pretty accurate as to what it was. And I find that for myself, I'm really trying to pick times that I'm not on it as much, so that I'm definitely dedicating more of that time to my family. And so I really, like I said, I really just wanted to know. And so, one of the things with that is for us as a family, we're really working on our online time on Sundays. So I know I irritated some people yesterday who were like, can't you just do this for me? No, I'm sorry. I work so much all week long, and Sundays is really my day. So if you catch me on a Sunday and I give, and I answer some emails or I answer some posts, just count yourself lucky, because honestly, that's going to be happening less and less on Sunday. I used to not do anything on Sunday, and this summer I sort of got out of the habit of that, but it's really important and sacred to us as a family. And so we are, as a family, all trying to curb our phone usage on Sundays. And I encourage you to do that too. I find that when we have it at our disposal all the time, and it's always in our hand, and it's easy to grab, and I need this, and I need that, it's so easy to just be on it, and so easy to forget why you picked it up, and then you're on there for an hour, and you don't realize it, and things are falling apart, and oh no, I didn't start dinner, and so download the apps, find out where you're actually spending your time, and then utilize that as a little wake-up call for you to sort of decide what times you'd really like to not be available to everybody, and be okay with that, and set boundaries for yourself so that you can, really, again, remember why you're home here with these kids. They grow up so fast, so fast. We went to Utah last week. I got to see Jacob. He's coming here for Thanksgiving. What a man he's turning into. And he was my biggest struggle. And I really had to just release and trust that I had given him the foundation that he needed. Because he pretty much is a wild child. I mean, he's not a wild child in that he's crazy. But, he lives with my ex, and there's not a ton of, consistency and rhythm that goes there. So he holds it for himself. And he left here when he was 14, this intensity to be with his dad, and I totally can honor that. Wow, the young man he is becoming. And I have had some struggles with him, even since he's been gone, but we spent time with him last week, and he missed us so much, and he missed his sisters so much. And I know I'll be seeing a lot more of him because he's finally in a place. He's almost a grown-up, and he's turned a corner. And so if you're struggling with a teenager, my prayer for you is that they turn that corner, and that you have some really good moments with them, because I went there with the intent to just be open and just be there for him and just listen. And he surprised me. Wow. Surprised me a lot. Super humbling as a mom. Super humbling. So anyways, I am going to close now and work on this pile of planning that I have here in front of me. And I hope you have a wonderful day. I'm going to have a wonderful day. We're off for a family outing. that we're very excited about. We haven't been to this particular place in a couple of months, and so everybody's revved up and ready to go. So that will be our Monday. So I hope you have a wonderful Monday. If you're starting school again, I hope it's great. If you're still enjoying your summer, have a good time. I'll be right there with you. See you later. Bye now.